said, look at the marshals know how to park here. It's actually impressive. Seems like Norwich is the only court where they don't know how to park, even though they have a whole parking garage where they can park. Makes it weird. But I wonder if it's parking just for them or what. It's weird. It appears to be court and the police station. They're side by side. What up, everybody? We're in Meriden, Connecticut. Meriden's where Officer Alan Ganter's from, who just punched a civilian, a citizen, in the head for a road rage incident that we all saw. I mean, I'm sure everybody's seen it. And he did get charged, and he got, I think, a 5-day suspension. So he's probably out harassing people again. Check it out.
Okay. I'm just trying to get.
But yeah, decked a citizen, and then when Rocky Hill police approached him to talk about it, he lied. Look at that, the police department and court. I don't know if I've ever been to one where they have both together. We'll go around back first, I guess, and look at the lot. We can't even enter it. They're so scared they won't let people in it, which is kind of pathetic. I think you should be able to go into the public parking lot and check out the vehicles we pay for, we supply them with, and see how they take care of them, what they have in them. But a lot of departments here in Connecticut just don't let you. They restrict it. Doesn't even look busy for a court. I've never been in this town in my whole life. I've never been here. This is the opposite side of the state that I'm from. This is a 203 area code. And it's actually way different than I thought it would be. It's actually like a city out here. Brandon, I went through them last night. They gave me back a little bit. I got far from everything back, and everything I did get back is pretty much trashed. It looks like they left it out in the rain. Everything's rusted, and but what I will say is at least these marshals park appropriately. They're not parking out in the middle of the road. I saw another marshal van. There's one over here. Like, maybe it's just Norwich Court that allows these guys to park like idiots. But yeah, I didn't get the stuff I did get back is pretty much trashed. It'll work, but it's not the condition that it was in when they stole my stuff. We won't be able to go in their lot, but we can go into the court lot, it looks like, and we can walk the parking lot and stare in, walk the fence line. But yeah, this is where Officer Alan Ganter's from. Not only does he think it's appropriate to just punch somebody in the face for no reason because they beeped a horn at him, but then lie to the cops when they show up. If it wasn't on video, nothing would have happened. Trump or Biden? Independent. We don't need either of them. What do you mean? Republicans are just as corrupt as Democrats. Democrats are just as corrupt as Republicans. In my opinion, it's kind of dumb to sit there and argue about two corrupt, oh, we can't go in here, but two corrupt individuals of people. Which is better? Which is worse? I don't think we should have any rich politician, any rich anybody. It should be regular Joes running this country. People that actually understand what it's like to live as an American on a day-to-day basis. None of these people understand what it's like to live as an American, like a blue-collar worker. All these guys that are running the country have all had their asses wiped for them their whole life, and they've been pampered forever, and they're about looking out for the businesses and not the people. There's a train out here too. CT Rail. We don't even, like, New London's the only area out near me that has a train. Not a Buick. I haven't heard too much about Meriden police officers besides Alan Ganter punching that dude in the face the last 2 weeks ago and then lying about it. Which, I mean, you could say this department, that department. I think any of them would have lied. Try and get out of being held accountable. Seems to be what they do. It seems like they have actually decent vehicles here, though, and they actually take care of them. Or they're just all brand new. And they haven't had a chance to wear them in yet. I don't know whose vehicle that is, but I don't know. I don't see what the point is of restricting the public to go in and look at the cars other than just to violate our rights. There's no reason we can't go in that lot and look around other than they just don't want us in there filming. I don't know. They always use these hypotheticals of police departments getting attacked and stuff happening to police department vehicles and blah, blah. It's never happened here in Connecticut. I've never seen that. Has it ever happened anywhere you guys live? Because I don't think it happens. I mean, you'd have to be an idiot to go to the police department to film and then commit a crime. Is this a street bike over there? Street bike. I do think it's cool, though, that they got the police department right next to court. And they don't got the excuse of, oh, we brought you too late to court. You can't come in. You can't do this. Like they tried to do to me last time. Oh, I'm here at 9 o'clock, but your paperwork's not here, so we'll have to see you tomorrow. They wanted to bring me back and leave me overnight at the lockup at Willie PD. Cops in Connecticut are famous for pulling people over for not having a front plate and then not having a front plate. It's kind of like that Norwich cop we saw who had a headlight out but felt like it was appropriate to pull over other people with headlights out. And then say, oh, well, it wasn't because of the headlight, it was because of no license. You wouldn't have knew he didn't have a license if you didn't pull him over for a headlight out. And that's just the hypocrisy we deal with here. Yeah, Robert, it doesn't happen. It seems like most of the excuses and the things these guys whine about never happened, or it happened once. And it was a special set of circumstances. You know what I mean? It's not stuff that everyday people are out doing, especially press and journalists and, you know what I mean, things of that nature. They don't do these things. Why would you go commit a crime and film it for the world to see? Kenya, holy crap, we're getting far. Nice to meet you, Nicholas. Yeah, Z Hayward. It just happened here 2 months ago, 3 months ago. A lady walked into Bristol, the same police department that was where the officers got ambushed. Lady walked in there and literally shot up the lobby. And they still haven't ever released like what that was about or why she did that. Just that she did that. Luckily, she didn't. I mean, she's still gonna get smoked like she actually hit somebody, but luckily she didn't. And it was weird because I don't even think she's ever been in real trouble. Like, from the sounds of it, she had never been in real trouble. She was like a stay-at-home mom, and she just lost her marbles and went and shot up the PD. Yeah, no, I saw that, Tommy. His dog knew what was up. It would have been the dog's fault too if it somehow bit the officer. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I was attacking him and I had no right to touch him, but that dog shouldn't have bit me. We got to put it down. That's what they do. They love doing that stuff. It's pathetic. What else happened? Oh, what was the other lobby that was attacked? Oh, well, it wasn't attacked. It was just a simple cop discharging his weapon, trying to grab somebody on accident, and then they blamed the gun company, and then they tried to sue the gun company. But if you watch the video, you could see that the officer's gun clearly wasn't seated in the holster, right? And I mean, if you have a gun without a safety, you should clearly make sure that thing's seated in the holster, right? And then it's sad that they'll turn around, they'll try and put it on everybody else. It's everybody else's fault because our gun went off, because we shot. Like, no, it's your fault, dude. You shouldn't have been grabbing that guy with your gun half out. And guess what? It wouldn't have went off. And it's weird, too, for a city like this, you don't hear about Meriden cops acting the way Waterbury cops do, or Hartford cops, or Bridgeport cops. You hear stuff constantly about them. Why not Meriden? Do they actually, like, run the show right here? Do they have a chief that actually cares about the people or the community? Might be. It's rare. I don't even know if it exists, but if it does, it's probably here, because it's even the court, though, like, I don't know, you don't hear about problems in Meriden like you do everywhere else. Maybe they're very good at covering it up. Maybe they're very good at just doing their job. But it's nice to see the marshals actually parked where they're supposed to park. And it's sad that it takes only one department or one judicial branch to make them all look like idiots. Because when I think of marshals, I think of the dumb ones from Norwich. It's just where my head goes. I went to work this morning. I showed up at work this morning at 6 o'clock this morning. I'm not supposed to be there till 6 o'clock tonight, so I got to go back tonight. Let's go inside and check it out and see what's going on inside. Is it behind a police station or the prison? Which one are you talking about, Robert? Because I know I heard of a prison where they got a massive graveyard, and they got like unmarked graves, and they got all sorts of stuff. And it's just not really a big deal, I guess. I feel like everybody's too wrapped up. Like, look at France, dude. Every time I'm online, dude, I'm seeing something about France, how France is protesting. We all just saw what happened with the farmers when they taxed the farmers, and the farmers brought all their tractors downtown, and they threw shit everywhere. What happened? They pulled the taxes back. I feel like the people in the United States, they really don't care. Even they'll just keep letting them take, keep letting them take, keep letting them take. And by the time everybody wakes up, it's going to be too late. We're going to be too far down the pipe. But I haven't seen that one then, Robert. But everybody here is just too busy arguing about politics, stuff that doesn't matter. Like, all these things that they have us argue about, that's what they have us doing. And they have everybody running in circles. Yeah. So, I'm out here causing so much trouble with my camera. Just doing legal activities. I'm a badass. I don't really get people whining. It would make sense if you are like people like even me was actually out here doing anything wrong, breaking any laws. I just want to see what this guy's doing down here before we go in. Where is he? Getting a haircut? It is funny. It shows how like truly ignorant people are. Me following the laws is causing trouble, but not the people actually like violating our rights and breaking the laws to stop us from filming. They're not breaking the laws. They're not causing trouble. You guys think this guy's getting a haircut? There's two options: Jamaican cuisine or Fresh City Barbershop. I was hoping they were coming this way. It doesn't sound like it. I mean, even if he is getting a haircut, they'll just say, oh, they're allowed to do that. Just like Will and Manic, how they're allowed to go do their laundry and pick up their laundry and drop it off and do all this stuff on the clock. Like, I don't know what makes them so important, why we have to pay them to do those basic things that nobody else gets paid to do. I know I don't get paid to go do my laundry. Half the times I work shifts just as long as these guys, if not longer. Like, what is this? Why is it there? Doesn't even make any sense to me. Maybe, I don't know. I would like to go show you guys the inside of the courthouse, but despite the rules and the laws in Connecticut stating you're allowed to, they don't let you. They violate your right. I mean, if there is anybody that wants to sue the state of Connecticut, all you have to do is go to court and take a picture inside of the courtroom, and they'll beat you up and throw you out. You don't even have to do that. Sometimes they'll just lie, like they did the Tyrant Slayer. They'll lie. They'll say you did this, you did that. How many signs do they need? Aren't they supposed to smoke like a certain amount of feet from the department? They should probably change that. That's how lazy they are. What the hell? There's a camera right above it. You know they could probably sit in there and watch it burn up. I'm gonna go inside. I'm just checking it out here. They really made it so you can't check out the lot at all. I wonder what that building is. I don't know what any of these buildings are. They do got plenty of cameras though. Like, instead of fixing it, they just remove the bricks. Doesn't make any sense. I wonder if somebody made this for them. I mean, I'd assume somebody had to, right? 2023 Meriden Daffodil Bloom Meriden Department. Thank you to the fiber artist for your time and creativity, with grateful appreciation to the James H. Napier Foundation. So it was donated. Meriden, the Memorial Building, Pinwheels for Prevention. Never even heard of that. So it is 25 feet, which they're clearly not following. No weapons, we're scared. Don't think twice, save a life. I don't know what that is either. Bathrooms. Yo, I went to a police department yesterday, and it was the first department that I've ever seen that had a complaint form out, ready to go. Every other department I've ever been to, I've ever seen, there's never been complaints out. So you could just come in and get a complaint form. You always had to go in, not even a desk lady. Usually you got to talk to a supervisor, and a supervisor has to give it to you. I mean, sometimes you can go in and just say, hey, I need a thing. And they'll give it to you. But this is the first one I ever seen that's got a drink machine in there. Private exit only. Drug box. Willimantic got rid of their drug box. AED life defibrillator locked. Located. No loitering. Police business only. They're actually a meetup spot. I like that. City of Meriden Police Department. That's their website. Right there. Public notice. It's just for carrying parking bans. No way. They're watching. They're watching, guys. Every other department I've seen too no longer lets bail bondsmen put their cards at the police department. This is like the only one. It's actually really cool that they still let them do that here. This is just them letting everybody know they're going to charge you more money anytime you have your motor vehicle charged or your motor vehicle towed. Like everybody already pays enough. They pay out the ass. Special weapons and tactical. Special weapons and tactical. I wonder if Ganter is on here. I don't see him. I would hope not. Where's their records department? Right there. What are all these awards for? Recognizing outstanding participation in America's Night Out Against Crime. I don't know what that is. Did they just make that up? Protective orders. Public notice. Fees. Yeah, in Connecticut they charge you to get records you already paid them to get. These are what I like, dude. Look at this old ass phone. A piece of history. Typewriter. Or no, it's an old school radio. Progress line table TI series base station. When do you guys think they used that stuff? tasers, old school batons. That thing looks like it's made out of metal. Imagine getting whacked with one of those. Old ass radar, laser, whatever they call it. What is this? Is that what that is? Is that a camera? And not all only a couple departments have like history like this out. Some of what pictures and blah blah. Like this is like going to a museum. Look at the old helmets, everything. LT Auto Debrats. I thought something happened. We just had a heart attack in the line of duty. It seems like every police department has like old original maps. Oh, what up, truth be told? What up, guy? There you are. Just checking this place out. Meriden's policewoman. How you been, truth be told? Look at the old phone. I wonder how much that thing weighs. I wonder. Was that how you dial it? Did it used to have numbers there? Is that the rotary? Welcome to the police. Welcome to the City of Meriden Police Headquarters. I actually really respect that they have a open glass window too, where you can go get customer service. Like a lot of police departments these days in Connecticut are running away from that, and they all have. Oh, yep. Have a good one, guys. What's going on here? But they all have either, some of them have nothing like that. Waterford we went to yesterday, they had nothing. And then there's ones like Yukon. Yukon just redid their whole thing, and now you can't even go in and see a person. You have to go to a kiosk. You walk in, like that first room we walked in, it's like that big. You got nowhere to go. There's no information. There's no nothing out. I like that they got that though. That's pretty cool. And you literally have to talk through the kiosk to get anybody, anywhere. And I think that's kind of pathetic. You pay for service. We pay really good for this customer service. And then victims, you know what I mean? Just anybody, but in particularly victims, you have to go in and you get no help. You can't even see the person's face you're talking to. You can't even get any comfort from the person you're talking to because they're scared. They're scared of the public. They're scared to look the public in the face. It doesn't even make any sense to me. I'll be around. I go into work tonight. I showed up at work this morning, dude, at 6 o'clock this morning. And the plant was dark. I called my boss, and he said, yeah, dude, you're on nights this week. I said, well, I'm going home, going back to bed. And I did go home, but I didn't go back to bed. And this is the police department, truth be told, where Alan Ganter, he still works here. He punched a dude in the face 2 weeks ago on a road rage incident. Are they coming to fix this? That would be dope. Like in Norwich, we see stuff broken all the time. The town don't ever come and repair anything. We have massive floods coming, and instead of like cleaning the drains and prepping the town for the flood, they'll be out hanging Christmas lights. That's what they do. It blows my mind. These guys just do whatever they want, not what they should be doing. And I didn't know this was like a legit city. I always thought it was like one of those little fake town cities. And it's not. This is legit. It's big. But I'm glad to see at least I'm not saying that them not harassing us makes them good cops, because that's definitely not true. But was as ignorant as Ganter was, it's nice to see that the rest of them aren't that ignorant. I mean, they may be behind closed doors, but, and like I said, I've never been to this town in my life, so it's not like I've ever been up here. I'm sure other people maybe have, but it's not like people are here all the time and they're used to this. It just sucks that they're lot restricted. My favorite part is like looking through the cars and going through the parking lot. And truth, I got court coming up on the 28th, and hopefully they'll be dismissing this case. The judge told them they had a month to try and come up with something else, because what they have is nothing. That's not working. It would be nice if the judge did this 14 months ago. That's how I know she's not doing it for the right reasons, because nothing's changed. They haven't had a crime this whole time. We literally lost a suppression hearing because of the way it went down. I don't think we lost it because we're wrong. I think we lost it because they allowed cops to come in and lie on the stand. Despite me telling everybody they were lying, nobody spoke up. My team didn't speak up. Nobody challenged her. We didn't add any evidence. We didn't do anything. So I can see why we lost. And despite losing, we came back. They thought, they were under the impression that I was going to take 6 months of probation under a special plea where we could appeal it, and that wasn't going to happen. But suddenly the judge feels like they need to dismiss this case, and it's only because, in my opinion, they know I'm going to win. They know they're going to look stupid, and then the laws are going to change a little bit in our favor. They really don't want that interfering, not giving your name during a Terry stop. They don't want that law to disappear, because they're using that all the time to harass people. And most people don't understand that you got to fight that. It's a battle that they can't be doing that. This is They tell the world Connecticut's not a stop and ID state. We're not a stop and ID state, but then they tell you you have to give your name during a Terry stop, or that's interfering, when that's not true. I don't even know of another state like that. I don't know of another state that has that. Does anybody? But they do have, like, it looks like they take care of their vehicles, or they spend a lot of money on them to take care of them, one or the other. But this is one of the nicer departments I've been to in a while, that, like, overall, you could see through the window when you go inside. I mean, you just can't go in here, which is kind of lame. I don't really see what they're protecting by keeping people out of here. And then where's the court? So that's the court. And this is the police department, yeah. But there's not much going on out here. Like I said, they got 2 marshal vans here. They got another one hidden around the corner in this lot. But if this is Norwich, they would have just parked it right on the road in a no parking area, or a handicap area, and they would have called it a day. I really want to come out when I have more time and actually see these guys, like, out on the street interacting with people, because I think that says more than just walking around the department, seeing if they yell at us or respect our rights. Because even though they're not yelling at us here, that doesn't mean that this is a great department. They could go out and treat everybody like shit. And then what? Everybody thinks they're good because they didn't scream at a guy with a camera at the department doing something illegal. It doesn't add up to me. But that's it. I just really wanted to come out here just because. Alan Ganter, he did that. I want to go to, I was going to go to Rocky Hill if I had time today, but I don't, so I'm not going to make it out there. I think I'm just going to call them. And I want to request, this doesn't make sense to me either, because the guy's case is still open. It's a pending case. It just happened. Yet Rocky Hill released the footage to Fox 61. And Fox put out bits and pieces of it. They didn't put out all of it. And I want to see all of it. I think we should all be able to see all of it. But there's a good chance that they won't give it to us, which doesn't make sense. They're going to tell me, oh, the case is pending, you can't have it, blah, 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 but then turn around and give it to them. So we'll see what happens. I'm waiting on other stuff too. I'm waiting for the body cameras from when the cop attacked me and lost my ID. I'm waiting on answers if they ever found my ID, if they ever which I don't think they did, because he stole it. He didn't lose it. He stole it. And his disciplinary record and all that. It's truth. Like, even as much as they want to deny it, anybody can. Like, the change is coming. People are waking up, and people are getting fed up. And honestly, I think that's what it's going to take. It's not like, it's never going to be just one of us. It's going to be all of us got to get pissed off, and all of us got to start speaking up. And that Willimantic officer is getting charged. I don't know with what yet, but I was told he is getting charged. And that lady that got murdered in Willimantic that nobody's talking about anymore, that murderer still hasn't been charged. I was one of the people. There was a lot of people under the impression that she was stabbed because of the way it was reported. He had a knife and so I just, okay, he stabbed her. Well, he didn't stab her. He just strangled her, and he was like 3 times her size of her. So he ended up like mangling her neck pretty good. Like, I heard there was like nothing left to her neck. And then I don't remember if it was just her head and neck or her whole body, but she was wrapped in a tarp and then squished in the bottom of a closet. So I don't really understand what's going on with that. Like always, Willimantic just seems to hand off these real investigations to the state police, and the state police do what they do, which seems like nothing. I don't see what they're waiting on. It's been 3-4 months now, and they still haven't charged this guy with murder. They're probably going to do something crazy. I don't know. Say he didn't do it. Anything to make the state look better, because that's 100% the state's fault. In 2006, he was convicted for stabbing a chick in the neck in a cemetery after he sexually assaulted her. Or he stabbed her then. I don't know what he did, but he sexually assaulted her and he stabbed her in the neck. Luckily, she lived, and the great state of Connecticut put him in jail for, I don't know, 10, 15 years, however long it's been. And they released him to, what was it? They released him to I don't know what you'd call, like a intensive sex offender program. That's where they put him. He finished that, and then instead of putting him in like a real halfway house or anything like that, they put him pretty much in I don't know what a halfway house is to any of you guys, but a halfway house here in Connecticut is a staffed place. It's got anywhere from 10 to 30 people, and you have to work, and you got to go to programs if you have to, but you pretty much live there supervised. Well, that's not what was going on there. I don't know if staff was ever there, but I definitely know staff wasn't there all the time. And obviously staff wasn't there when he killed her, or the first time the cops went there to check on her, see if she was there. It's more like a residential live-in for sex offenders, where they can have 2 of them live there, only 2 of them, And it blows my mind that you can do that. People that have petty drug charges have to do more when they get out than that. Not a 2-month program and you know what I mean, than a fake halfway house. The town of Willimantic denies that it was ever there. They didn't even know about it, they claim. Then, and it's just like a regular residential house. It was never like created or turned into a, like, rezoned to be a program or a multi-person house. Like, they're getting away with murder. Let anybody else try and do that. They wouldn't. You couldn't. You'd have to pay all this stuff. You'd have to get it rezoned. You'd have to do this. You'd have to do that. Not them. The guy who owns it lives in Florida. He's not even a hot damn who? Are they? See, I'm glad you told me that, because I don't know anybody from up here, and I don't, like, this is one place that I haven't really heard of. So I'm glad to, like, hear somebody talk that's from here, that's experienced here. And it just blows my mind, dude, that stuff like that happens. That lady getting murdered. The only people still talking about that is probably her family. Like, where is everybody else? Is okay with that? Everybody was all over the news saying how upset they were with the town and everybody for allowing them to let their kids. There was one dude, he had his kids, his grandkids, a couple years old, running around in the yard right next to that dude, and they didn't even know. Like, they didn't even know. And then a month goes by, and suddenly nobody cares. There's nobody at the town meetings talking about this. There's nobody bringing up that the cop crashed wasted, and they're not giving any information on it. I don't know. And then Willimantic PD will turn around and say, you got to trust us to do the investigations. Why? When you guys botch it every time. Look what happened when that kid got kidnapped, and they almost killed him. And he called you from the scene, and you guys showed up and didn't do a damn thing. You didn't do a damn thing for almost 2 months. You told his family you passed the investigation on to the state troopers when you didn't. And then a week later called back and said, oh, well, we got it back. It was all a lie. And still, only, to my knowledge, only one of them has been arrested. The little chick ringleader who thought she was so tough. She's the only one who's been arrested for it. Not the ones that were actually doing the assaulting and the bidding for this nasty chick. Like, and that kid's from out of state, so it's not even like him or his family's here making a stink. But they want us to trust them. Those are the guys you got to trust. The ones who blow every investigation. I wish I could say the state police are any better, but look it, they took over the murder investigation. We're 3-4 months in. No charges still, which makes no sense. Supposedly he was arrested with her property. You know what I mean? How do you get arrested with somebody? I don't know. But we'll see. I mean, maybe they're probably going to spend a year on it, and then they'll charge him after a year, and then they'll be like, yeah, we had to investigate this for a year before we could charge him. No, you're just making it look like you're doing things. You're not actually doing things. But what are you going to do? You can't. I mean, I was going to say you can't make them do their job. As one person, you can't. I can't, but we can. If we speak up and we start voting in the right people, we start doing the right thing. But it really seems like nobody cares anymore. They'll bitch about it when it happens, and that's it. A week later, everybody's forgot about it. So, like before I was talking about France, man, I commend France. Anytime something goes on over there, they don't like, they're protesting. Nobody protests here, and then when they do it all ass backwards. They burn down innocent buildings, and you know what I mean? Oh, I see lights up there. You guys want to go see what's going on over here? But, you know what I mean? Like, it blows my mind the way we do this. See him up there? Go see what's going on. It's probably busy out here too. Of course, bud. Truth, I'm thinking about taking a trip down there. Well, maybe not necessarily there, but that way. I want to go see Jersey Watcher. He's like pretty much one of the closest to me. And oh yeah, they got somebody stopped, it looks like. Or they're towing somebody. There's a cop right there. But I want to go see Jersey Watcher, and you don't seem to be that far. Well, you're not much further, I'd say. Maybe a couple hours from Jersey. But what are you gonna do? I want you to come up here. I want to cut through here, but there's a fence, so I can't. So we gotta go up and around. Hold on, guys. I love Jersey Watcher. Anybody on here too, if you guys haven't seen him, which I know most of you probably have, go check him out. Go show him some love. Because I think he does amazing work. They did him dirty. They wouldn't let him post for what, years? 2 years, a year or two? Suddenly he could post it. Not suddenly, he beat the cases, so now he could post again. But he's somebody that's actually, I believe, is out there fighting the right fight. He got attacked in one of the latest videos I put up yesterday. They came and did the right thing. They actually did what they were. Oh, this is actually like a thing. A thing. Oh, yeah. We're in here. This is what we were looking for. Fire truck's coming here. Car accident. I want to cross this way. Dumb motherfuckers. That's what people do out here. They don't even stop. They just hit you. You know, if there's it's called pedestrian right of way. If somebody's in the road, you gotta stop. They get pulled over. Say, look, I got a handicap placard. Who cares? How'd they get pushed up there, dude? They went off the road. Look at that, guys. How do you do that? Especially when you come down through there. You don't even drive up that way. Like that's, look at traffic. Traffic comes down that side. It doesn't go up that way. Yeah, truth. I love him, dude. Jersey's one of my guys. I just started talking to him. And, oh, we got another one. Just block traffic. Did say it. Why isn't somebody actually like directing traffic? My bad, guys. Now they have them going down the up and nobody directing traffic. What a bunch of geniuses. You know, if they just move this car, they could still allow traffic to go through, or they could allow these people to pull down a little further so traffic could still flow normally. I'm going to have to move over to that median, because I'm not going to be able to see with all these cars in the way. What are those flags? Are those regular flags or those blue line flags? It's like they're tandem driving, dude. You see them? Now they're going to let people through. stay on this little island. Oh man, look at that. Smashed. I wonder how you even recreate this. Is there any cameras? What do you guys think that thing is up there? Doesn't look like a camera, but I don't know what it is. So I'm assuming both these cars were involved. Looks like Giller. I wonder if Giller's got a brother. I just don't understand. Unless they were going up the road backwards, how they did that. Like, were they going up the wrong way and these guys were coming down the correct way? Somebody fill me in. It sucks though, it's a Volvo. That's probably an expensive car. Nah. I always thought Volvos were ugly. But the newer ones aren't that bad. Hopefully they had a church. What is this, a church? Changing Church. Faith Center. I wonder how long it took them to, well, I was going to say, I wonder how long it took them to get here, but they're right across the street, pretty much, is the department. I thought they couldn't have face hair. All the other departments, they only have facial hair in November. Come on. There we go. So we got 1, 2. Where'd the other one go? Wasn't there 3? Is that heavy? I didn't even see the third one leave. Doesn't look like a dangerous intersection, but clearly must be. Think that bumper's gonna stay up there, guys? Strap that bad boy down. I'd put it in the car. They're not gonna be getting that back. Tabby, appreciate you, brother. I'm being Willimantic in a little bit. So, we'll be on them. Might be doing it after. It's a bad day, though. What is it, Monday? That's a bad Monday. Start the week off like this. Another one. Another one. Oh, a lot of cops for an accident. I wonder if... Did that driver get taken away? Now that there's more cars, he finished pulling down. He was just sitting up there. Now that there's more cars, he could pull all the way down. Instead of just pulling down correctly. There's a lot of cops out here. I wonder how many they have on A shift. You think so, Truth? It would have had to have been, but still, where? Like, even if he was coming down, how did... I don't know, maybe one of them was driving. I don't know, maybe one of them was driving and actually came to support them while they were waiting. I don't know. Maybe they're not involved. Damn, that thing's hit. Oh, maybe that's the driver of that. I don't know. Showed up too late. Look at it, though. That's all parts right there. Plus what's already on the truck. Cars these days, man, they're all made out of plastic. They don't do too much. They don't hold up too well in an accident. Tell me not. This guy almost... You could mistake this dude for Giller. Whatever. I hope everybody's alright. I mean, any which way, whoever's fault it was, I hope everybody's alright. Yeah, that's the whole grill. That's the whole front end. But it doesn't look like much is going on here. They're gonna pick it. Oh, this is what I wanted to see. Actually, respect that they have normal flags on their cars, because a lot of these departments either have blue line flags or all black flags, which is, in my opinion, just as bad as a blue line flag. All black flag is trash, just like the blue line. But what are you gonna do? Go stick regular ones on over them? I wonder if that tow company tows people's vehicles and then steals their belongings and tools. Like other tow companies we know who I don't know what any of these buttons are. I don't know what these do. They got all these new buttons for lives. And I don't know what they are. But I'm probably going to wrap this one up, guys. It looks like they're getting out of here in a second. And I'm going to get out of here so I can get to Willimantic. Hitch a ride down there. And we'll be live if we see anything. What do you mean? I'm streaming from a phone. They've just updated the lives like the way it is now. They got all sorts of new stuff. You can turn your light on now, so you can have light. You can add a pole. You can highlight stuff. It's just different. You can add products. Nah, I don't want to do that. But you can do all that stuff. It's just different. I don't know. Not everybody. This guy gives off dick vibes. But what are you going to do? I'm going to get out of here. And I'm going to head that way. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Be on the lookout.